So two of the big questions around RSPs we got asked is, can you have too much RSP? Which I think both of us would answer no. Obviously, we did the podcast with David Chilton. He was saying he has a friend with like 20 or 30 million. Well, yeah, that might be, but again, great problem to have. But 99.99% of us, it's hard to build too much. We've had clients with $2, $3, $4 million RSP accounts, and we've been able to melt it down and create a tax rate lower in retirement than when they put their money in. And that's really ties into the second question is, like, is there an income threshold where it's like, it's not a hard and set rule, but if I'm making over this, I want to consider RSPs versus if I'm lower, maybe I want to do TFSAs.
Yeah, I mean the end goal is kind of your projected income in retirement as kind of the goal post, but we normally see kind of a bigger difference when you're making over $60,000 of income. It's kind of the buffer mark, and it varies from province to province, but around that 60,000 mark is normally the general guideline where we see a bump in that tax bracket where there is some tax efficiency potentially as you get closer to retirement, start pulling it out in the lower tax bracket.
Well, and that's exactly right. And so it's like around 60,000. There's typically, like in BC here, there's a bump from about 22 to 28%. So it's like a big enough bump where it's like, hey, we're getting value now for that RSP contribution and the deduction that we're going to receive. And then the idea is let it grow tax deferred. And when we pull it out, we're going to be in a much lower tax bracket.